Hi everyone, I'm Lorna from Simple Sew, and today I want to talk to you about interfacing. So we're going to look at what interfacing is and how to choose the correct interfacing for your projects. So what is interfacing? Well, interfacing is a layer of fabric that is applied to the inside of the garment to give it extra structure and stability. So you'll usually find interfacing on neckbands, collars, cuffs, waistbands and button plaquettes. Interfacing comes in a range of types and different weights, and the interfacing that you'll need will really be determined by the fabric that you're using. So there are three types of interfacing. So we have woven interfacing, non-woven interfacing and knit interfacing. Woven interfacing is constructed in a similar way to woven fabric. So you'll need to be aware of the direction of the grain line when you're attaching this to your main fabric. The next type of interfacing that we have is non-woven interfacing. Now this type of interfacing doesn't have a grain line and is a bit more lightweight, so it's likely that it's applied to areas that don't need as much structure and stability. The next type of interfacing is knit interfacing. Now, as you'll probably guess, knit interfacing is used when you need to apply extra stability to knit fabrics. Now, as well as coming in different sort of types, interfacing also comes in different weights. So if you're using a heavier weight fabric, you'll probably opt for a more medium to heavyweight interfacing. The other thing to be aware of is that with interfacing you have different options for applying it. So we have what's called fusible interfacing. The other type of interfacing you can have is sew-in interfacing, and that is whereby you actually sew the interfacing onto your layer of fabric. So now I'm going to show you how to apply fusible interfacing. So you can see on this pattern piece here, it says cut 2 on the fold in the fabric and cut 2 on the fold in the interfacing. So I've got quite a lightweight fabric here, so I know I'm going to need a lightweight interfacing. Interfacing usually comes in just 2 colours. So because my fabric's relatively dark, I've gone for a black interfacing. Now you'll notice on the interfacing that one side is relatively smooth, and on the other side you've got sort of the adhesive, so it's quite bobbly, and you'll also notice that it's got a bit of a sheen to it. So it's this side that's going to be stuck to the fabric. Now it's important when you are first applying interfacing that you use a scrap piece of fabric just to make sure that it's the correct interfacing for the chosen fabric. Okay, so once you've tested your interfacing on a scrap piece of fabric and the weight of the interfacing is okay and you're happy with the temperature of the iron, so I've got my main fabric here and I've made sure that it's facing wrong side up. I'm going to take my interfacing and make sure that I'm placing the fusible side down onto top of the wrong side of my main fabric. So I'm just going to put it in place on here. I've got that lined up, and what you can do is get a damp pressing cloth. I've just got a tea towel here that I'm going to use. Okay, because that will create some steam to help the interfacing fuse to the fabric. So it's very important that when you take your iron that you press down. You don't want to glide the iron, because if you glide it you could move the interfacing and it might create some wobbly bits. We don't want that. So you're just going to press your iron down. Okay, and then what you need to do is just check. So I can see that this is fused nicely to my fabric. If you have any excess pieces of interfacing like this, you can just cut them away. So now that that's fused together, I'm just going to leave that to cool. So thank you for watching this video on interfacing from Simple Sew. To see more hints and tips videos and to find patterns and a range of haberdashery, don't forget to pop across to www.simplesewpatterns.com. Bye!